Greetings to everyone. My name is Maria Krasnoshok, and I'm head of science project at the Ukrainian Startup Fund. And I will be the moderator of the event today. We are ready to start our second pitch day of Science and Business GIST Pitch Days. Science and Business GIST Pitch Days are events where 40 scientists and entrepreneurs with ready-made knowledge-intensive solution will be able to present their startups. And 24 projects will receive financial support in the amount of $5,000 to develop their innovative projects. We would like to express our gratitude to our partners with whom we organize this series of the events: Ministry of Digital Transformation of Ukraine, the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, and of course, our partner GIST, Global Innovation through Science and Technology. We thank all those present. Of course, we want to express a lot of thanks to the distinguished guests who joined us on the first batch, to the competition committee that will evaluate the project, and the startups who have carefully prepared and are ready to showcase their projects. Last week, projects in healthcare and agricultural and biotechnology categories present their startups, and 10 of them already receive financial support from GIST. Join us to watch the first pitch day on the official Ukrainian Startup Fund YouTube channel. Today, we will have the pleasure of presenting the project of the second batch participants: energy and environmental, and industry and infrastructural spheres. The event is also broadcast on our official YouTube channel, so everyone can join us in real time. Let me remind you about the timing. Startups will have 5 minutes to make the presentation, and then 3 minutes, the members of the competition committee will be able to ask questions to the team. We ask startups to answer questions as specifically and concisely as possible. What will the jury pay attention to? There are 5 criteria for evaluation. First, introduction, the business thesis, 20 points. Product market fit, 30 points. Next steps or roadmap, 30 points. Team, 10 points. And conclusion, 10 points. Let me introduce the jury member who will evaluate startups today and decide which of them will receive funding. Our core experts: Natalia Dinkeyeva, Director of IT Industry Directorate, Head of DS City Project Office; Diana Rakus, Head of Expert Group on Investment Attraction, and Project Lead of Educational Initiatives of IT; Oksana Krukevich, PhD, Head of the Expert Group of Innovation Development, Directorate of Science and Innovation of the Ministry of Education and Science of Ukraine, National Cost Coordinator; Ronald Weissman, Vice-Chair, Board of Directors at Angel Capital Association and Chair, Software Industry Group at Band of Angel. Our sphere experts: Roman Kravitz, Head of Digital Development and Cybersecurity Department at Ministry of Energy of Ukraine; Lyubov Guk, Founding Partner at Blue Lake Accelerator and Venture Capital; Andriy Guli, Head of Analytics at N1 Venture, USF, Ukrainian Startup Fund expert. And without any words, let's support the first team with applause. First team will be Rekava. Please, we welcome you on stage.
Hi, everyone. My name is Yuri Tustanovsky, and I am CEO at the Ukrainian sustainable brand Rekava. Re means recycling, kava means coffee in Ukrainian, and we transform used coffee grounds into compostable products from recycled coffee grounds. We have developed our main prototypes: disposable cups, seedling pots, capsules for coffee machines, candle containers. However, the only product we can make in small quantities on our current equipment are scented candles in biodegradable containers from recycled coffee grounds. This product is already on sale. We have developed innovative technology, which includes such key operations like high-tech extraction, mixing, pressing, and applying a natural protective coating. Our products are environmentally friendly, made from recycled and renewable materials. They correspond to the idea of eco-design and can be composted at home or in industrial compost. We work with several coffee shops and offices in Lviv, West Ukraine now. Independent coffee shops or big offices produce approximately 100-150 kilos of coffee waste monthly. We collect the used coffee grounds for further recycling and at the same time help them to save costs on waste utilization. Millions of produced candle containers from glass, concrete, or plastic with metal wick holders are not biodegradable at all. These numbers show that we are close to ecological catastrophe, and it's time to take control over these problems. Recover candles are innovative candles in containers made of recycled coffee grounds, filled with highest quality soy wax, fragrance oils, and premium dyes. When a candle burns out, its unique container can be disposed of by sorting it into organic fraction, composting, or may be used as a biodegradable seedling pot. For a wick holder, we use fire-resistant bioceramics based on eggshells. It is our own idea and an eco-alternative to metal wick holders that candle manufacturers usually use. First collection of Recover candles is dedicated to the symbolic aromas of Ukrainian cities and regions. It already contains 11 different candles. For example, Kyiv with the aroma of lilac and chestnut, or Kherson with the aroma of watermelon. Before full-scale Russian invasion, the pilot Recover production was located in Sumy, northeast Ukraine. When the laboratory found itself in the immediate war zone, Recover teams had decided to move to a safer place. Since April 22, Recover operates in Lviv, West Ukraine. Currently, we sell Recover candles in moderate quantities on our e-shop, social media, and B2B. We need some appropriate equipment for a full-scale production. It was a great honor also for us to win the selection among startups and brands that they were going to represent Ukraine at CES 23 this January. It is an annual trade show organized by Consumer Technology Association in Las Vegas, one of the most influential tech events in the world. We received publicity, leading foreign media wrote about us, and we also expanded our business contacts and started negotiations with potential partners and B2B buyers. Recover is a small Ukrainian business now, but with a big social mission. We dream to save the planet from single-use plastic and other non-degradable waste with the help of our environmentally friendly products and promote circular economy as a main global economic model. Let's work together towards a more sustainable future. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. And now we ask the selection committee to ask their questions, please. Yes, Ms. Oksana Krukevich.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for your presentation. And I have two questions. The first question, how much customers desire of yours product in given period? And what about plans for future developing of this startup?
Can you please repeat first question?
About how you evaluate customers' desire of your product for now, and about your future plans.
Thank you. As for today, we try to have conversation with our customers and our followers. So, for example, in social media pages, we have our such own small community. First of all, it's people who are worried about ecological problems and issues we have. So, for example, creating our new product like new candle from such special region or city, we try to communicate with locals and to found in some historical also materials such really symbolic aromas, because it's not only about candle, it's also about symbol of returning to home. That's why we're trying not only to make something we see how we see this product, we also try to involve our community. And of course, as for today, for our such global plans, you can see there, but it's really important to us to receive some new equipment, because it helps us to produce our products in more quantity, and not only recover candles, but also recover cups and others. So for this year, we would like to attract investments in this field. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Dear experts, we have time for one more question. If there are no questions, thank you for your pitch, and let's invite the next participant, e-waste recycling. We see your presentation, but unfortunately in the center, there is
Okay, now it's escape.
No, it's still there.
Okay, now it's escape.
Yes,
okay, good afternoon. My name is Alexey Klimenko, Kняжий Pole company. I will present to you a business project for the recycling electronic waste with a low content of precious metals. Okay, the project solves the problem of growing environmental risk and the return to industrial production on viable raw materials. We have been working on this project during 5th year and have a lot of experience and specific knowledge in this field. Electronic waste is a big problem because it's a waste with the highest growth rate in the world, contains dangerous components, and carries risk for the ecological environment. According to statistics, in the world, the turnover of electronic waste is 50 million tons per year, and only 17% of electronic waste is recycled. From the total volume of electronic scrap, up to 70% can become our raw material. For example, screen, monitors, computers, appliances, and much more. Now we have introduced a mechanical gravitation method of processing that allows to turn half of the initial waste or waste into valuable products. It's our raw material, mostly it's electronic boards. It's materials that we have after recycling, this precision concentrate, copper concentrate, aluminum chips, and ferro scrap. Our products have an average price of $6,000 per 1 ton, but can increase depending on quantity of electronic waste. Our own activity promoted us to rethink the recycling process. Having proceeded 500 tons of electronic waste, we accumulate 250 tons of waste from our own processing. And now we want to introduce a process to recycling 100% of waste to turn into useful products. And our new recycle chain will involve 3 stages. First, mechanical gravitation methods. Second, thermal methods. And last stage is electrohydraulic methods. The implementation of each stage brings us closer to much more effectivity and total zero waste. Now you can see part about our equipment in our industry. Our project is a working business located in the Kyiv region near Brovary city and have a 1.5 hectare of outdoor working place and 500 square meters indoor industrial buildings. We have a network of suppliers and reliable paying customers. We want to attract an investment of $800,000 for implementation of full recycled cycle. When attracting an investment, an increase in income to $3.8 million per year is expected. Also, we have ambitious target to achieve this attractive investment in 3 years. First, transfer our business into highly technological enterprise. Second, pilot a new business model and expand into the network of similar regional enterprises. Third, build an international raw material supply network. Fourth, expand internationally. In the past year, we took part in the Ukrainian state program for the development of processing enterprises and received a grant in the amount of 7.7 million hryvnias from Ministry of Economy of Ukraine. And also we winner in Invest in Ring program by February 2023. About our competitors, we are the first and only electronic waste reselling company in Ukraine. The closest competitors are located in the Western Europe, but they do not affect our raw material market in any way. About our director group, this is family business. Sergey, this is my father, this is innovation manager. My mother, Svetlana, this is finance and accounting. My sister is international manager. And this is very pretty, beauty, smart guy is me about production and operation management. About conclusion, what we have? Unlimited market of raw material. Second, regular customers. Third, possible scaling of our company with the opportunity to open more than 10 such production facilities in Ukraine and abroad. Our business is already a working project. Reselling electronic waste and help to ecological environment. Uniqueness. And last, company has already been verified by the Ministry of Economy of Ukraine. Thank you for your attention. Is our contact information ready for your question?
Thank you for your presentation. And we invite our distinguished jury member to ask their questions. Dear junior member, we'll appreciate if you will ask the questions. So if everything is clear, thank you for your presentation. And we invite the next participant, Optisan. The floor is yours.
Is everything okay? You can see my screen?
Yes, everything's okay. Thank you.
Okay, super. We may begin. Hello, everyone. My name is Bogdan. I'm CEO of Optisan Startup, technology for purifying and disinfecting water in any conditions. About quarter of all world population suffers from lack of drinking water. About 500,000 deaths caused by diarrhea annually. And all these problems are strongly amplified by bad logistics and infrastructure. Ensuring access to drinking water is one of the most global problems in the world, and special niche is occupied by people who are living in the zone of permanent emergencies and problems. And here are a few examples like storms, tornadoes, flooding that are usually covering inhabited area. In Ukraine, for example, the problem is crucial. We have all the militaries and about 30% of internally displaced persons living in strong need of drinking water. And organizations spend dozens of money for supplying them with it. Our solution for the problem is Optisan, 3-stage purification and disinfection device. Raw water filter, ozonation, and ultraviolet cleaning allows to kill 99% of bacteria autonomously and without any consumables. Once delivered, it can be working for a long period of time. All you need to do is to fill it with dirty water, put it in the sun or connect to other source of electrical energy and press start button. In 30 minutes, you have 9 liters of drinking water ready to use. In the current stage, Our clients are governmental and non-governmental organizations that are devoted to supply civils, militaries, and also people being in emergency situations with drinking water. And our business model is based on getting contracts with 2 or more hundred amounts of devices selling per year and the maintenance once per 2 years. And the next, our stage is reaching B2C segments through resellers. The value proposition is very simple. High productivity, consumables absence, and low water costs lead to full autonomy for emergency. We are reaching spendings for the equipment of non-industrial equipment spendings of a huge water treatment market. And our sum is based on the validated customer segment of water supply in UA and US. And our plan for the first year of sales is reaching 1% of beachhead market. Our financial model is also built for the same aim, and it contains 10 contracts that will allow us to reach 1% of beachhead market. Productivity, absence of regular cost for the transportation, and the high resource are our main advantages among the competitive technologies. And let's give an example. In case of logistics spendings for about 400 kilometers, in case of supplying people with drinking water, it would be possible to supply 10 times more people with drinking water for the same amount of money. So on the current stage, we have lab prototype and technology. We have 3 patents. We have demonstration stand. We have participated at IT Arena CES in 2022. We have 4 sales B2B pre-agreements, and we have reached Finland eligibility statement for startups. We have already reached 50K of investments we need from the grants and our own money, and we are still in search in the current stage of additional 50K for finalizing our industrial prototype and certification process, make a first series, entering market and make a first sales, and to increase the evaluation of our company up to $1 million. We have negotiated more than 50 organizations which are helping people every day. We already have 4 pre-sales agreements as contracts. We have intellectual property. We have science and certification universities partners, and we have some business partners. The founders of Optisun are PhD in electronics and science doctor in biomedical electronics. And we have huge hardware development background, and as a team together, we're working more than 5 years, and this let us feel free in all what we do together. So our current stage is seeking for investments, manufacturing partners, and IP protection specialists for consultants. Thanks for your attention, and I'm ready for questions.
Thank you for your presentation. And now we ask our jury members to the floor for the question and answer. Everything is clear here, or anyone wanted to ask?
Yeah, everything is clear. Great project. So thank you for your pitch.
Thank you. I hope this is a great sign.
Thank you, Oksana. And now we invite the next project, Hand-Free. The floor is yours, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Masenko. I'm a captain of Project Hands-Free. I'm a student of Technological Industrial Vocational College of Vinnytsia National Agrarian University. The goal of our project Hands-Free, it's a flying device for remote cleaning in hard-to-reach places in the house, such as shelves, cabinets, and something like that. Intent for keeping the clean of surfaces in automatic and semi-automatic mode. There are many people that are unable to do cleaning, such as elderly people, business ladies, allergies, pregnant women. But there is also a positive moment that children can be involved in that progress, and they even want to help their parents clean up. What is the way out? Buy hands-free or cleaning company service, but it isn't so profitable. Decision: drone hands-free for remote dust cleaning of hard-to-reach places. Functional capabilities. The first is reader movement, then automatic control, that is automatic or semi-automatic regime, and the last construction of the map group. Market. The first our goal is to manufacture the device, then outlet Ukraine, and the last prospect world market. Competitors. Accessibility. It's like you can turn it on whenever you want. Price, you can pay only once. Independence, you can create your time management, and human factor. There are no other people interfering in cleaning. Purpose of the project. Development, it's only 60%, marketing, it's 15%, and administrative, 25%. The way of development and production of an experimental sample hands-free. The first idea, creating a team, then development, marketing, research, then search for an investor and implementation. And also, I want to introduce the video.
Clean and wonderful home, which you always dreamed of and did everything to make it comfortable for you and your guests. You did everything right. But are you sure that a shiny surface will mean the cleanliness of your home? It would seem that why do we need a general cleaning if we clean the house every week? True, there are hard-to-reach places with a large layer of dust that we do not pay attention to. Studies by German scientists confirm that per day per 1 square meters of floor in a living room covers by about 7 milligrams of dust per year. This amount is as much as 3 grams. These indicators are especially high in old buildings. Where does the dust come from? About 70% of household dust is of natural origin. The remaining 30% of dust is produced by people themselves. You may ask, what is the danger in this? We answer, the accumulation of dust and dirt creates favorable conditions for the reproduction of bacteria that lead to various diseases. But there is a solution to the problem. Hands-free is a flying device for remote cleaning of hard-to-reach places of the house, designed to keep surfaces clean in automatic and semi-automatic mode. By structure, it consists of 2 parts. The first, the main one, which includes a mechanism for movement in space and a mechanism for cleaning. The second is a subsidiary, which is a base for charging and maintenance. The mechanism for movement in space consists of 4 screws, a power supply unit, an automatic control system, GPS module, barometer, sensors for detecting obstacles, a video camera, and a control unit. The cleaning mechanism includes a surface cleaning one and an automatic cleaning system, infrared anti-fall sensors, contact, non-contact sensors, obstacle sensors, laser rangefinder. Both mechanisms are controlled in the device through special software, which allows you to do this remotely through a smartphone or PC in automatic or semi-automatic mode, as well as to monitor the operation of the device in online mode. The device uses laser navigation, which provides the possibility of creating a map of the room. Special laser rangefinders record the distance to walls, furniture, and store data in the device's memory, helping to build virtual walls. Specifications. The device looks like a flat circular pump. The diameter of the device can vary from 15 to 35 centimeters. The height of the device is from 15 to 25 centimeters. The weight is vary from 1 to 2 kilograms. The duration of work is up to 2 hours. The robot vacuum cleaner is equipped with different types of brushes. There are external sensors for scanning the space, avoiding obstacles for the optimal route of movement. The type of orientation in space is laser navigation, which provides for the possibility of building a map of the room. There is a video camera that is installed at the top, highest point of the panel and scans information from the walls, floor, ceiling, and furniture. Such a device moves in straight lines and alternately moves from room to room. Our device reminds you of something. Of course, the combination of a regular vacuum cleaner and a drone is the solution that everyone who wants to have clean homes is waiting for.
Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for the presentation. And now, dear jury members, the floor is yours. If you have any questions related to the project. Yes, thank you for your presentation. And since everything's clear, we welcome the next team. Miss Oksana,
I
yes.
have a question, Maria.
Yes.
Thank you for your pitch. I have a question. There are quite a lot of analogs on the market. I think you know about it, and maybe you can highlight the key advantages of your devices, because I think it's the main important to know what differences and why the customers should choose your device.
We take this lower part as a basis, and then we have to design the upper part and present it. This device better than in the shop, because this device has wings, and he can fly on the table or cabinet and clean all you want. And you can also connect it on your phone and watch on this how he clean. Also, he has built sensors such as it can navigate in space and understand when it has reached the ceiling or the end of the table. And the smarter device than in the basic drone. Or I think it's all.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your question, and thanks for your presentation. We welcome on the floor the next team, SolarPlex. SolarPlex, I was asked.
Okay, I'm here.
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, we use solar plants to reduce CO2 emissions, but still get energy. The efficiency of regular PV panel is about 20%, and it's okay. The biggest problem of any PV panel is overheating. 25% of energy is lost. But we humans need thermal energy to heat water, for example, and we use green electricity for this purpose. That makes no sense. Moreover, we underachieve $8,000 a year per average house to heat water by the sun. And we don't have enough space on our roofs to use both types of panels to receive thermal and electrical energy. My name is Dmitro Orlov from SolarPlex. Our team offers a way to reduce CO2 emissions to have energy independence in every house and kick off net energy supplier at the same time. We patented the technology to make hybrid PV panels from any PV panel. Our partners are solar plants installers and construction companies who offer the product to our customers. Our beachhead market is home rooftop solar plants. The construction market is growing every year, and the number of installed home solar plants is growing every year too, thanks to government stimulation to use green energy. Our value proposition is crystal clear. The customer gets self-produced energy with a fixed cost 2 times cheaper than the current supplier. Do you remember how many times the energy cost increased or decreased? I don't remember the energy price going down ever. The customer gets hot water and swimming pool heating just with our product. If we add air heat pump, we receive heating, or with ground heat pump, we can get air condition and heating year round. We offer these benefits in a simple way. We add a liquid cooling system in a polymer case with special configuration to a common PV panel. As a result, we get the hybrid panel, which produced both electrical and thermal energies. An average house produced 26 tons of CO2 every year. With SolarPlex, we reduce this number in 5.5 times. Our team. Helen Bahirova is responsible for science and technology. She is the author of 8 patents with more than 20 years of experience in solar energy. Alexei Kurguzov is responsible for management, automation, and engineering. He has 6 years of experience in solar energy. Alex Sharapsev, responsible for business development and communication. He has more than 10 years of experience. And me, Dmitry Orlov, art director of Solarplex. Our achievements. We already took part at CES 2023, won UNDP GCIP, and took part in Green Incubator Acceleration Program. Let me say a few words about our next steps. This year, we are planning to build several pilots in Ukraine. Also, we are finalizing our AP protection on international market and are looking for investors to start our expansion in European Union or United States of America. Let's kick Russia out of fuel market now with Solarplex. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your presentation. And now the time for the questions. Dear jury members, well, Mr. Dmitros, thank you for your presentation and for your time. We welcome on stage the next team, Max LLC, LLC.
Maxa, just simply Maxa.
Maxa.
So, yeah. Thank you for the stage. Dear participant, dear juries, let me actually tell you about the future that definitely will happen if we won't contribute to change it. In 2022, in Europe only, we have 295,000 tons of lithium-ion battery waste. In 2030, European Commission of Electrification mentioned it's gonna be 6 times more. Isn't it feel like the next plastic waste catastrophe? Answer yourself. Our Ukrainian scientific and business team learned lessons of the past and contribute to avoid it. Maxa is direct recovery technology operator that literally evolves green battery materials production, making their production 50% faster, 40% cheaper, and 70% more environmentally efficient. Let's jump in. So, nowadays, there are only 42 factories of recovery in Europe. According to our challenging market fit and strategy validation process, we figure out a couple of numerous issues for technology fixing. It's high recovery cost, it's massive energy consumption, it's time-consuming process, which is limited in productivity, so also for the whole factory annually, and high unsatisfied demand. So actually, there is more ways than these factories can figure out. Carbon footprint cost, filters and taxation pressure, everything takes costs and make this business, which we really need, inefficient. Maxa solution allows to rocket launch the processes with 70% less carbon footprint, 40% less production cost, which allows to generate more revenue. And what is disrupting? No need for their production sites restructuring. It's all about Maxa engineers to adopt the existing machines and processes. Let's look at technology. Maxa develops its own unique version of direct recovery technology, which takes four steps instead of 10 in conventional pyro and hydrometallurgical processes. It's applicable for various lithium-ion types, which are used for electric transport, wind and solar energy, consumer electronics, and many more. It's battery waste solution to rocket launch this business. Market for our direct recovery is colossal. It's growing now like 30% in compound annual growth rate. Till that time, we plan to service till 2030, we plan to service 710 tons for Maxa recovery technology, 1,000. So actually, we can figure out the whole problem on ourselves with existing and building factories, just simply one technology. The competition overview. Maxa position on the market is disrupting this way that everyone around strive to product a final product, which takes much more cost and time, while we use existing factories, infrastructure, making it half more efficient. Swedish Northvolt, US Princeton New Energy, German 2.0, they're on the market much longer than us, but they stay without revenue because it takes time to produce a final product. We achieved for the 1 year from the date of incorporation 95% recovery quality. Pilot our technology with Korean Samsung under NDA and makes a TLRL 5 level with them. Our scientific team belongs to Dnipro Electrochemical National Institute and National Academy of Science Electrochemistry branch. In 2022, we became a Climate Launchpad Global Competition semi-finalist. In future 7 years perspective, we won't leave only recycling processes. We already developed lithium sulfur batteries and graphene batteries technologies in parallel. So that's for future development. Let's look to the business model. It's not a product, that's a license to produce. We have a demand and 5 times less supply. That's the time to figure it out. With only 500 per ton of recycled material, we'll generate a 30 million revenue till 2030. The investment. So 5 million investment for 15% share to make the direct recovery technology commercialization available. So the main cost structure is a laboratory because it's a huge electrochemistry procedures. And actually, if our investor is an industry professional, like we now discuss with Samsung, for example, yeah, they can give this laboratory free of charge. So our investment will be only 1.5 million. And how much effort from it? The milestones of development is now money raising, intellectual property rights protection, laboratory, development the technology, and then we go to the market sales. Yeah, our team, as I mentioned, we're businessmen and scientists in tandem. Me, CEO and CDO are PhD, so we actually understand what electrochemistry is. Everybody else are from batteries industry, and our scientific team I love most. So guys are doctors and PhDs from electrochemistry, and it's their life, so they know what they are actually doing. So we are strong guys in here. And I will end my presentation with the only one phrase: expertise, speed is a result of your market leader. So take us. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. Dear jury members, do you have any questions? Just raise your hand.
I'll be very happy if you ask me about, pardon, Mary. I will be very happy if you ask me about actual carbon footprint. How much 1 ton of batteries is recycled material reducing CO2? That's colossal. Just ask me.
Ms. Oksana?
Please answer your question.
Sure.
and
so
the next
look at it.
will ask something
During
else.
Climate Launchpad, guys actually gave us a huge service of European Climate Impact Commission to calculate the actual CO2 reduction parameter of 1 ton of this material. So look, 95 tons of CO2 can be reduced with 1 ton of recycled material. Why? Because actually it's a huge road before. It's a mining. It's a lot of fossil fuels. That's a lot of procedures. That's a transportation. That's a logistics. That's insane. Yeah, that's 66,000 elephants. Just imagine 66,000 elephants. That's a lot.
Yeah, thanks. And I have one more question. Could you please describe in detail about your infrastructure and maybe equipment capacity of your project? What you have for now and what you need for future to develop your project?
Yeah, that's, as I mentioned, it's a deep tech, it's scientific project, so it's a purely hardware. So we have our friends in Dnipro Electrochemistry University and National Academy of Science in Ukraine, so it's electrochemistry branch. I'm sure you know better than me the situation with the science in Ukraine and how their laboratories look like, because I actually see it like every week. Yeah, so that's no way to develop this project as fast as we want and we can, so our scientists can with this laboratory. So we actually need to transport the team to the full-fledged brand new laboratory, and it will take like just a year to introduce such a technology and solve the problem. So Samsung now, like they have Samsung in Europe and in Israel. So we are now discussing it to move with the scientific team to this laboratory, because it actually, it's very costly, and we cannot like gains is 3.5 million from the start. That's how our investment validation strategy shows now. That's why we went to the pilot with Samsung.
Mm-hmm. I think you can, after today pitch days, text to our ministry, especially for me, and I will help you with this issue, because we know the opportunities to find some equipment. So maybe it will be useful for you.
It will be, definitely, because it costs a lot, and it actually postpones the development for the whole Europe and the whole globe. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dear Oksana, thank you for your question and for sharing such amazing opportunities and possibilities with our startups. I see that Lyubov Guk also raised her hand. Please, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much. Alexei, thank you for your presentation. I personally find it quite difficult to follow, to be completely honest with you. I appreciate there is a lot of work and science and a lot of efforts behind, but could you explain for kind of slow people like myself, what actually are you building? So what is the product?
Okay, so let's jump into this backup slide prepared just for this question. So look, we have a factory, and inside the factory we have equipment. This equipment works thanks to people and thanks to the technology. So it's a technology cycle which runs like one time after the another time. So we here see the conventional technology cycle. That just leaves the understanding out of here. So just it's a process. So to produce the ton of recovered material, to produce a battery, we need to go for a 10-step process. It emits a lot of CO2, it costs a lot of time, it generates low revenue. Yeah? In Maxa, we developed this technical cycle in order to make them much more efficient, earn more money, and emit less CO2. That's what we are doing. We're doing technology for existing factories for recovery of lithium-ion batteries. Licensed technology.
Thank you.
Does it fulfill your question?
More or less, yeah. just keep in mind, and this is the feedback not necessarily to you only, but I guess for everyone. Keep in mind that like, potential investors might not be familiar with the industry. So my recommendation for everyone in this room would be to keep it simple. Yeah, just use plain language to describe what you are building. And kind of be biased towards simplicity, if I can put it this way, because it always helps.
Thank you very much, Lyubov. So yeah, not only emotions, but it's simple words. I appreciate your comment. Thank you.
Thank you for your question. And we have one more question from the representative of Ministry of Energy of Ukraine, Roman Kravets. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. I love batteries, so I had to ask several questions. Are you only focused on the lithium-ion chemistry of the batteries, or you are considering other ways that we have right now, like lithium ferrum phosphate, or maybe the future of titanium as like, you know, further steps? Are you considering to coming up in that sphere?
Absolutely. So, yeah, please.
And the second small question would be that after the recycling of the battery, I didn't get much understanding the recycled material will be used again in batteries, and what will it somehow influence the capacity of the batteries that would be made out of this material, or no?
Sure. That's absolutely great question. Let's now speak electrochemistry terms. So we have the whole range of lithium-ion batteries. They can be lithium manganese, lithium ferrum phosphate, or iron phosphate. Titanium, as you mentioned. Yeah. So all these lithium-ion batteries generate this amount of waste only in Europe. Yeah. So all this for multiple energies. So our technology is applicable for each and every battery. LFP, lithium manganese oxide, lithium titanium. So each and every, but only lithium ion. not not exit batteries, which we use in simple private vehicles. So these we are not going for because their quantity is much more lower. So it's no reason. Yeah. Your second question in regards to the technology and the recovery quality. So yeah, we'll go there. Yeah. So how the battery looks like? It's a metal sheet with a black powder on it. So this has 100% capacity, then it degrades, so to 0 or to 60%. And we should to recover it. So we now recover to 95% of quality. But of course, technology will be commercialized with 100% recovery. So question number one, yes, it will be 100% of previous, like completely like early mined material. So like virgin material, same, but recovered material. Regarding the more extended characteristics, as you may see, yeah, we develop graphene batteries. So graphene is that thing that actually can make batteries, lithium-ion especially, with a more capacity. That's upcoming developments, of course, but yeah, we think of additional product when industry is very young, so it's enough to give 100% recovered product, like 2 times cheaper than you will buy it from early mining. Yeah. But then when the industry will grow up and we will grow up to the time and have a revenue to reinvest to our development, we'll surely make our material like with more extended characteristic, because lithium sulfur, which is understood as a future of batteries, is something very tricky. So it might happen, it will appear in 2030, it might happen not, because
definitely.
It was definitely.
Yeah, because some experts do believe that the idea of titanium batteries. Anyway, each type of chemistry has its own way of implementation. For instance, the lithium titanium batteries are the best one if you need low capacity but very high outcome of the power that you need. So it's a very interesting point. I'm glad that someone in Ukraine is dealing with the problems of the batteries. And as to be honest, as we see the current situation, the number of batteries is going to rise, and the problem should be solved. I like the idea.
Absolutely. Thank you, Roman. I appreciate your understanding and way of expertise. Really pleasant to me. And to Ukraine electrochemistry, of course. Thank you.
Thanks. A lot of thanks for your questions. And now we are ready to welcome on the floor the next participant, Meltwater Club. Please, the floor is yours.
Yeah, hello. Hello, everyone. Does everybody see my presentation over here?
Yes, everything's okay.
Perfect. Hi, my name is Andrew. I'm founder at Meltwater Club, and I'm excited to be here today. I have a question for each of you. Did you drink water today? What if I told you that over 920 million children around the globe struggling daily to have drinking water on their table? I'm here to change it. Now, existing solutions on market are expensive, require frequent maintenance, often break down, unfriendly to the environment, and difficult to provide. Advancements in technology have allowed us to develop more sustainable and eco-friendly options. Meet Meltwater Club, evolutionary patented technology and the first on market to provide with a reliable, long-lasting, maintenance-free solution of pure drinking water to serve the communities in need using state-of-the-art freezing technology. It's important to assess the specific needs and challenges of each community or region when selecting a water purification system, considering the long-term sustainability of the chosen solution. Considering this, Meltwater Club's units are easy to use and can be installed as a totally independent water purification system working on a renewable energy source and providing with pure water thousands of people at the lowest price. Well, we have already installed and operating units that are providing 900 children, introducing Water for Kids program, which has custom designed a machine to meet the needs of 3 orphanages in Zhytomyr region. The region's water is heavily contaminated with metals and nitrates. Regarding traditional water purification system, impractical due to frequent maintenance needs and high service costs. So that's why they contacted us. And thanks to this program, these orphanages now have access to a reliable source of quality water every day. Well, we see that there are a lot of people out there that are in need. So we are going to navigate a supportive grant of yours to both technological and scientific investigations. Well, at Meltwater Club, we offer a range of innovative water treatment solutions to meet the diverse needs of our customers. Our state-of-the-art freezing technology allows us to offer a variety of options. So alongside, we are exploring our home and commercial versions, which you can see here on the pictures. We have a patent pending, and our designs are ready to launch this nearly internal, self-efficient, and sustainable source of water and ice if needed in our homes and businesses. Well, actually, I have one of those for more than 7 years now and practically serviced nothing to provide my family with drinking water daily. Well, furthermore, our global market area is two-thirds global charities and Middle East for our home and commercial units, where demand is high and our process offers extreme economic and functionality advantages over existing technologies. And even more, we already had the privilege working with them. We are also in conversation with over 10 charities and organizations that work to provide people with drinking water that will lead anywhere between 1,000 and 5,000 orders for our units over the next 3 years and provide it with $20 million of profit. Well, meet our dream team, which consists of actually 9 people. Here you can see the core team members. We all have like 20 years of innovative experience in designing the innovations and other stuff. We have also gained some traction. We won Social Impact Award 2022. We also partners with the Red Cross Society of Ukraine, won grants from USAID, also went to Consumer Electronics with USAF this year. We also worked with Ministry of Electricity and Water of Kuwait, and gained for it, not the least, and gained $105,000 of profit in fourth quarter of 2022. I would love to conclude the pitch with underlining our goal. Well, our goal is to provide sustainable, maintenance-free, reliable, and long-lasting pure drinking water treatment solution for 300 humans in 3 years. Thanks to such initiatives, we are getting closer to that. But if by any chance you have an idea on how to accelerate our impact and bring pure drinking water to those who are in need, please feel free to contact me at any time. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your presentation. Dear jury members, do you have any questions? Since everything is clear here, thank you, Mr. Andrew, for your presentation. And
Thank you so much.
Yes. We invite the next startups, Waste to Green, Hydrogen.
I guess Ron had a question, right? Yeah, I saw his hand.
Yes. The presentation focused on people without access to water as the problem. And yet, when you looked at who you're selling to, it looked like the major buyers were going to be big corporations and existing restaurants. And these are very, very different markets. So is the real focus on the, shall we say, the underwatered population, or is it a better purification method for first world consumers?
Yeah, thank you for your question, Ron. Actually, our market for now, as we divided, it's like 75% of organizations and charities, and 25% it's those guys that you said. We focused on Middle East, right? For restaurants, HoReCa market, and hotels and private homes. This is our home unit, which you can see here on the left. This is like a transparent tube over here. And the thing in with the car, connected to the car and a trailer, this is for the charities and organizations. So
thank you so much.
Now we are divided like this.
If any of our distinguished jury member have any questions, please, that's the right time.
No, I'm sorry, Ron, did you answer your question right? Hope so. Okay.
Thank you so much. Since I don't see any reaction, if anyone wanted to ask additional questions, please just leave any reaction and we will give you the word.
I think we're done.
Yes,
Right.
I think so. Well, thank you so much. And now, waste to green hydrogen energy. Please, the floor is yours.
Yeah, 1 minute. Do you see my presentation?
Yes, everything's okay.
Mm-hmm. Hello to everyone. My name is Vera Hovorucha, and my team deals with the accelerated degradation of organic waste with the production of valuable products with a special relevance to green hydrogen. Average train produces up to 1 ton of organic waste per year. So the question appears what to do with this waste. The first way is its decay at the backyard with the production of toxic compounds and harm for health. Another way is to pay for waste removal to landfills. However, this way contributes to the growth of landfills, greenhouse effect, and climate change. We propose to use our bioreactor and our granular microbial preparation for effective treatment of soluble organic waste with the production of purified water that can be used for garden irrigation, and also effective fermentation of solid organic waste with the production of green hydrogen energy as a valuable fuel, and also biofertilizer that can be used to increase crop yields. Our biotechnology is interesting for villages and farmers in Ukraine, as well as in the countries of European community, especially in the period of nowadays world energy crisis and environmental concerns. According to customer interviews, our customer segments are house owners, farms, cottages, towns, villages, and landfills. The market in Ukraine is quite huge. There are more than 25,000 villages in Ukraine where our bioreactor can be effectively installed. And our future goal is the European Union market. We propose to obtain revenue for our company from the sales of our bioreactor and the GMP, as well as customer services during the year. And the revenue for our customer is the save of money for the removal of solid waste to landfills, energy independence, and of course, environmental effect. And here is our achievement, starting from the development of our granular microbial preparation, then optimization of the process of waste degradation, creation of the commercial bioreactor, its successful field test in the farm in Ukraine, and our further plans is to scale up the biotechnology and sales in Ukraine and abroad. Our biotechnology is easy, cheap, and automatic. And here are the benefits from our biotechnologies to our customers. First, it is energy independence for cooking and home heating due to the production of high effective energy carrier molecular hydrogen. Second, it is increasing crop yields due to the production of the biofertilizer and purified water. The third point is environment protection, since we provide removal of decaying organic waste from the backyard. And finally, it is a contribution to atmosphere decarbonization due to the production of carbon-free fuel, molecular hydrogen. Here is our team consisting of microbiologists and biotechnologists, as well as technical and electronic engineers. Thank you for attention and looking forward to the collaboration.
Thank you so much for your presentation. And now, dear jury member, if you have any question, please, the floor is yours. Since everything's clear, Yes. Since everything is clear, thank you for your presentation, and thanks all the jury members for their attention. And now we gladly welcome the next participant. Yes, the next participant, Lviv Hydrogen Storage Solutions.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nazar Pavluk. I'm the founder of the Lviv Hydrogen Storage Solutions startup. And why hydrogen? Like hydrogen called the fuel of the future. And in the vanguard of the process of implementing hydrogen is European Union that seeks to make a total decarbonized economy in the next 10, 20 years. All these intentions, they perfectly fit in the concept of the European Green Deal 2019, and more in detail into the hydrogen strategy for climate neutral Europe from July 2020. And what's like Ukrainian place in all these processes? Like Ukrainian government seeks to make Ukraine a hydrogen hub of Europe. And last year, during the Ukraine Recovery Conference, European Commission promised a total sum of 47 billion euros to be invested into hydrogen generation and transportation facilities in Ukraine in the time horizon until 2033. That's quite a big sum. There are some still practical problems of hydrogen implementation. The first one is generation. I want to take a deeper insight in it because our startup, it seeks to find a solution for a storage and transportation problem. And as for now, it is used to store and transport gaseous hydrogen under pressure or liquid hydrogen at extremely low temperatures that are below minus 253 degrees Celsius. And these methods are quite problematic in terms of the amount of hydrogen transported and in cost of terms of saving. Why? Because hydrogen is the lightest chemical element, so it's very volatile and also it's very explosive. And we are working with the concept of the metal hydrogen storage system. And to tell it briefly, some metals or alloys, they can simply absorb or embody hydrogen gas inside like a sponge by using some extra heat and pressure. And afterwards, the hydrogen is kept inside the metal hydrate. And afterwards, it could be also released by using extra pressure and extra heat. And as for now, the only working alloy is lanthanum nickel 5, but it has a disadvantage, a low hydrogen capacity, and a high cost of the lanthanum is a rare element. But the literature, scientific literature, cites some magnesium-based MHS as the best future working candidates, citing such phases as magnesium 2 nickel, magnesium 2 cobalt as the most likely candidates. And their advantage is high volumetric amount of the embodied hydrogen, low cost of magnesium in D metals, as well as the ability of magnesium alloys to form hydrides. But still, there are some problematic points, like a high hydrogen absorption temperature, hydrogen release may often not go to the end, as well as the cyclic stability of those materials. But we, by using doping the third element, gallium, we managed to obtain alloy, magnesium 4 nickel 5 gallium 3, that is absorbing and releasing hydrogen quite well. This is 2.68% of hydrogen, but the system is enhanced by carbon nanotubes. And considering the profitability of this concept, for example, air product steel cylinder that weighs 67.5 kilogram carries 724 liter of hydrogen gas at pressure of 200 atmospheres. 1 kilogram of lanthanum nickel 5 absorbs 1 kilogram, is 68, absorbs and releases 140 liters of hydrogen. And our solution, our phase, it absorbs, and 1 kilogram of it, it absorbs and releases 290 liters of hydrogen. We clearly see the economic feasibility for the scientific development and implementation of this concept of magnesium-based MHS. Our business model, we are like a green startup, part of a green transformation forthcoming for industrial revolution. We are focused on mid to long-term sustainability rather than just short-term profits. And as for now, we are on TRL 4 stage, technology validated in lab, but we seek to create a working system to be developed in a year and a half. considering our team, there are like 5 members. We are all the young scientists of the Department of Inorganic Chemistry of Lviv National University, and we mostly work with the intermetallic alloys, namely lithium-based materials, magnesium-based materials, and with electrochemistry. You can see our photos with position in startup and in department provided respectively. That's all. Thank you for your attention. Maybe you have some questions.
Dear Nazar, thank you for your presentation. And dear jury members, do you have any questions? Please just leave the reaction and we will give you the word. Yes, Mr. Wiseman?
Yeah, obviously the work you're doing is brilliant, but this was not a business proposal. This was a scientific research paper with small fonts, lots of graphs and tables, impossible to understand in 5 minutes. So I think you need some presentation coaching and how to turn this brilliant technology into a business plan that investors can understand in 5, 6, 7 minutes. It was extremely hard to follow. I'm pretty good with science. I kind of know what you do, but it was information overload for the audience here. So I think the presentation, which needs to be recrafted because the underlying technology sounds great.
Well, thank you for your feedback. It's like our first pitching experience. We're all scientists, but finding some other like spaces. We present our ideas. We will work with that in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. And yes, if anyone have any related questions, please. Well, since everything's clear, thank you for your presentation. And we welcome the next team. And the next team is Startup Veterok. Please, the floor is yours.
Moment. Is everything okay?
Everything's okay. We see your presentation. The sound is
okay.
Clear.
Thanks.
Yeah.
My name is Anton. I'm a tech lead in the Veterok project. It's a project from my first year grade student from Kherson City, Polikarpova Yaroslava. And it's about creating an example of wind turbine generation, which is different from other bladeless. For current moment, most parts of energy are produced with fossil non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources with fossil, with hurt to our planet, and all time when we extract them, burn it, lose result of this dirty process in transportation energy to consumer. Additionally, according to estimates, some of these resources will end in the coming decades. That's why humanity spends more and more efforts to green technology in energy generation market. Today, we obtain best result for 2 renewable sources. It's a sun and wind. Sun source have better indexes, but have 3 general problems. So wind as source can be used for generating electricity almost everywhere. That's why this market growing rapidly. This makes this field attractive for business. However, most efforts business spend to large-scale solution. Big wind turbines combined into colossus in the science plants. The pursuits of big numbers has led to a loss of attention to the pressing problem of small users. Huge number of small users. Those users can belong to consumer group with limited electric consumption or to business group with wide range in consumption, but very specific need. And our Veterok project is a solution for this situation with big unreached market for small, accessible, eco-friendly power generator. In reason that Vitrock is bladeless generator, it can solve a couple of main disadvantages of standard bladed wine generator. As example, compact installation size in comparison to power ratio. Vitrock can be produced for different needs from half to 10 kilowatts for device that make it necessary and in demand even for other concurrent solution. And when we talk about concurrent, we talk about all type. Even for now, even for our market, this solution, if it's present, can be very useful for people in Ukraine. Moreover, our goal to create solution for a niche in which other solution will fail. The closest competitor for us is a product of Spanish company Vortex. They already present a full-fledged working device, but it's still in design. And in our estimation, Vitrock has a better result for some direction, as shown on slides. So we think that we have a chance. We create a working prototype that also can call it proof of concept with goal of 2 kilowatts in maximal power. We obtain the result which shown on slide. Most important of them are easy start from very low wind, mobility, and rational use of land plots. Now we at the stage of some paperworks and developing of full-fledged model for live resource testing. External investment of Vitrock projects draw up 5 grants. A main item of expenditure is creating and testing prototype. Unfortunately, we slowed up some process in reason of team was under occupation, and in order to make up for lost time, we do some changes in team and try to intensify work. So in case of receiving grants, the fund will help improve project in allowing to parallelize some process and in creation of MVP, minimal valuable product. And also for some other proper works like registration of patent, study of possibility of certification in main markets for our Vitrock project, and so on. We understand that we only on the start, and to become a part of market with mass product, we still have a lot to do, but we know way which we want to move, and we will increase our team, not only with specialists in technical sphere, but in market and so on. So if someone want to be a part of this team, you're welcome. And if you have a question, please say.
Thank you for your presentation. Yes, you're exactly on time. And now, dear jury members, the floor is yours. Yes, Mr. Roman, please.
I have a small question regarding the scaling of your product. I didn't clearly understood what it can be. Your main focus is on the development for B2C or B2B solution? I mean, the industrial one or the more for the households? And please, can you be more specific about that?
Okay. We talk about 2 current customers which we can use, and it's for small B2B. It's for small business which have about 500 of kilowatts per month consumption for electricity, and it needs creating a prototype for about 10 kilowatts per device. And for some small consumers with smaller consumption, and for this consumer will be more effective way from 1 kilowatt to 3 kilowatts per device.
No, my question was, is the technology itself that you are trying to implement scalable for something,
yes.
Potentially scalable yes. For some industrial usage of these, let's say, wind turbines as a general term? Can it come up potentially to a full power station that can supply some amount of households or whatsoever? Like the ordinary wind turbines, can this factor be scalable to that?
I understand. It have a problem with scale if we talk about one device and power more than 100 of kilowatts. So about 50 kilowatts, it's a maximum power for one device for current technology issue. We can use plants as wind turbine plants by a number of these devices. And with this number of devices, we can scale our consumption limit, but it's not very effective for very big industries.
Thank you for your answer. Thank you.
Thank you for your question, dear jury members.
Thanks.
As I suppose, yes, as I suppose that everything is clear already. And now we thank you for your presentation and ask the team Wind Energy join us on stage. That's the last team in energy and environmental beach. So the floor is yours. Startup Wind Energy. Yes, please. Okay, we see your presentation, but we don't hear you yet. Yes, we see your screen. But it's better to show your presentation in full screen mode. Everything's okay right now?
It's okay. Hello, my name is Alexander Stadnik. I present the team Wind Energy. Our team offers a wind turbine with innovation self-starting system, what can be used for lighting in the places which is remote from the electricity network. Ukraine uses 9.2 billion kilowatt of electricity per year for street lighting. Therefore, the use of wind energy for lighting will allow to reduce greenhouse gas emission. Wind turbine with a vertical rotor have a self-starting problem. Traditionally, this problem is solved by complicated of the construction of wind turbine with a vertical rotor. Our team proposed the construction of wind turbine with the vertical rotor and variably orientated blades, which allow to solve the problem of self-starting. This turbine works in two modes: self-starting modes and figure 1 and Darius rotor modes, which is the main working modes of this equipment. Our team have produced and tested the model of this equipment figure. Our advantages are self-starting of wind turbine is possible at a speed of 2 meters per second, while a Darius rotor requires 4 meters per second. And two, energy accumulation is 30% more due to the use of wind with a low speed. Our customers, it's a local government, it's tourist facilities and farm owners. There is significant environmental effect from the use of wind energy, which allow to reduce emission of carbon dioxide. Our main competitors in Europe are company Alt Energo and GetCap. Wind energy in Ukraine energy balance is only 4%, while is in Scotland it is 60%, and in South Australia it is 80%. The investment for production of wind turbine is about $73,000. The payback period of the project is 2.5 years. Our team, Alexander Stadnik, Dmitro Cyrilko, Leonid Cyrilko, Roman Ignatyuk, and Zoya Sasyuk, engineers, and Andrei Kalko is economist. Thank you for the attention. I finished.
Thank you for your presentation. And now, dear jury members, we invite you to ask your question. That was wind energy, and that was last but definitely not least, startup who present the category of environment and ecology. Please, dear jury members, the floor is yours. Just leave any reaction and we'll give you the word. Well, since everything's clear, thank you so much for your presentation. Yes, you again share your screen. I suppose it was made by mistake.
Yes, of course.
Can you please turn off the broadcasting? Yes, thank you so much. And now we can make the conclusion that it was for the energy and environment pitch. We thank to all the teams and all the judges for their hard work and their time. We are all doing a great job. And now let's, without any waiting, start the second pitch and welcome the second startups of the second category for today. It will be startups who present their ideas in the category of infrastructure. So, dear participants, we all are very pleased to start the last batch of industry and infrastructure startups pitch. And the first startup who will present his idea will be Teleporto. Dear startup Teleporto, please, the floor is yours.
Hello.
Yes.
My name is Dmitro, and I'm co-founder of Teleporto, SaaS for exchanging multimodal containers. We address the problem of decreasing empty run of trucks with containers delivered between seaports and warehouses. According to the research, a lack of trust and coordinations are two main constraints preventing the exchange of containers. It's very important for freight forwarders to find appropriate containers from reliable partners because the price of cargo is much higher than the price of freight. However, this process is quite challenging for them because of strict deadlines and time-consuming. Moreover, the loss of empty containers without their timely replacement can lead to significant violations in delivery time to customers and penalties. Existing products don't focus on these problems, so this inclines freight forwarders to choose direct shipments with one empty truck run. As a result, 50% of containers are delivered with empty runs, and only in Europe, monthly, it's a cause of loss of $20 million and emission 70,000 tons of carbon dioxide. Teleporter is a SaaS with advanced rating system and matching algorithm that assists forwarders in finding containers. We allow users to change their reliability partners before the deal and quickly replace containers if necessary. And as a result, to get benefit up to $400 per container. Our target customer are freight forwarders working with ground transportation of multimodal containers. Our business model is to take a commission on the benefits received from each container. Unlike our competitors, we are all-in-one solution that covers the entire process of container exchange. We not only build a reliable network for our partners, but also allow them to manage containers effectively and maximize their profit. Our market is $2.3 billion, and 65% of it has no competitors. First, we want to launch our product in Ukraine and Poland because we have a professional network there and we can get first customer from it. Next, it's Turkey, where in spite of inflation, a large volume of export and import shipments continue. These markets are 1.4 million containers for potential exchange, that is $70 million in money equivalent. Teleporter impact is to reduce carbon emissions and negative impact on road infrastructure. Also, we allow shipping lines to increase container turnover and to decrease storage costs of containers. And we help freight forwarders to improve their operations and to be more resistant to market fluctuations. Currently, we are developing our MVP and plan launch it in May. Also, we have 20 letters of intent and we continue to pre-sale. There are two founders in our team. We have 26 years of experience in IT and 15 years in logistics. Currently, we are raising $100,000, 40% for product development and 60% for sales, support, and marketing. Thank you for your attention. I'll be glad to answer your question.
Thank you so much for your presentation. And now, dear to remember, if you have any question, just leave your reactions here in Zoom conference, and we will give you the floor. Yes, please, Mr. Andrew.
Hello. You mentioned that clients could reduce the cost up to $400. Yeah. Could you explain unit economy, total amount of money he spent, and what is cost reduction he could get from this operation?
Yeah, sure. Generally, forwarders can use direct shipments with one empty runs. For example, if you have import, you catch your import, transport to import warehouse, upload it, and return car with empty containers back to the seaport. At the same time, you can have export. You order empty container from seaports and transport these empty containers to warehouse, load there, and return loading containers to seaports. And we offer to decrease these empty runs. And after uploading imports and warehouses, we transport empty container to export warehouse. And after that, return the loading containers to Martin Port. So we decrease empty runs. And for example, this $400, it's by decreasing these empty runs of trucks.
And what is the cost reduction in percent from total sum of money I should spend to my container, one import, one export, as a percent of total amount of deal. For example, 1%
for example, one person can spend up to $1,000 to order a container from seaports, yes, and transport. And we can save that $500 is empty run. And when we cut these empty runs, we can split this profit between two freight forwarders, and they can benefit.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your question. Dear jury member, if anyone want to ask any questions, please. That's the right time. So thank you, and thanks for your presentation. Now we welcome the next participant, startup Inputsoft. Please, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. I'm Anastasia. I'm an aerospace engineer and CEO and co-founder of Inputsoft. It's a web-based aviation management solutions for airports and airlines. Pandemic and crisis has hit the aviation industry hard and has exacerbated many of the issues that airport management is facing today. Airlines lost half of their passengers and $372 billion in revenue. Airports worldwide were forced to cut costs by closing part of infrastructure, firing staff, and cutting payrolls. So while traffic is slowly recovering, companies in the civil aviation industry are now looking for some permanent solutions to start optimize their resources and take actions based on real data. So Inputsoft is here to help. We are developing two software suites. One is resource management for ground handling companies and airports, and another one, data management for airlines and ground handling companies worldwide. With the help of these solutions, we will help to collect data about every operation inside of the airport, save money on a payroll, and digitalize the entire operations. First software suite is resource management, which solves the problem of inefficient planning of human and technical resources. So we can automatically calculate the required number of employees and equipment based on local aviation restrictions, flight schedule, qualifications, and any kind of limitations that you have from trade unions on your local authorities. Also, for the resource management, we are connecting to satellites data providers. So we can analyze the past performances of airlines, predict delays, and change the assignments of employees in a real time. Our second software suite is data management, which helps to handle all the data flows inside of the airport. So basically, we will collect information about every operation, connecting of passenger steps, unloading of baggage, check-in of passengers, passenger security of passengers. So we will have exact data, KPIs, and utilization of each employee and each equipment inside of the terminal building and on the ramp with the aircraft. Also, with our solution, we are digitalizing operations, and also we are helping airports become greener. So we are contributing to minimizing the time of aircraft awaits with already turned on engine. So we are reducing carbon dioxide emissions and reducing the consumptions of fuel because we are minimizing the delays in airports worldwide. We are monetizing the platform with a system of flexible subscription. And our price depends on the size of company's operations, on the number of flights per month. The market is huge. There are more than 40,000 airports in the world, and even more ground handling companies, other providers, third-party providers in airports who also could be our customers, and also airlines. So based on this data and our market research, our serviceable obtainable market is valued more than $245 million. Our solution is very dynamic and flexible, and that is one of our great advantages of the market. Also, availability of preset scenarios based on our own mathematical algorithm in a backend, web platform calculations, and a satellite data feed for real-time planning. We started 2022 with testing our solution with 3 airports in Ukraine, Odessa, Boryspil, and Zhytomyr. We were on the right track, then the war stopped us. Right now, we are testing our platform within two companies in Europe. We're participating in a couple of tenders in Europe, and now I'm based in US, so I'm actively exploring this market and looking for some new prospects and connections here. We have the right team in the right place, and that is I'm most proud of, because our founding team has extensive experience for over 20 years combined in civil aviation industry. Also, we have great mentors and advisors because we're backed by one of the best accelerators and incubators in the world. Right now, we are closing our $500,000 fundraising round. We already signed and have in our account half of the round, and after which we will starting to scale up in our geographical markets, finishing simultaneously the development of 2 program suites and hire key staff. Thank you so much for your attention. I'm waiting for your questions.
Thank you so much for your presentation and for attending. Dear jury members, oh yes, Mr. Andrew, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Can you return to a slide with advantages via your competitors?
Yeah.
And could you explain why preset scenarios are the main feature which could help to airports earn more money and beat your competitors?
Yeah, the thing is, aviation industry is very super strictly regulated. So we have a lot of organizations that control every step of every employees inside of the airport. And our advantage is our company already worked in civil aviation industry, and we know all these restrictions 100%. So we already included all this information into calculation. For example, we have this rule worldwide that if you're a driver of water service machine, you cannot be a driver of toilet service machine during one working shift. And there is a lot of such limitations that dispatchers and managers should think of when they're planning their employees and equipment. But we already included it, so you don't need to think about that. You just need the information about your staff, what kind of qualifications they have, and connect the flight schedule so that we will know exactly when you have the flights, so that we will plan the employees. But all other information is already included.
It's like time reduction for set up your system with new clients.
Yeah, time reduction, but also the minimizing the risk of human factor, because while you're planning in Excel or manually, there's a lot of risks that you cannot remember all these restrictions and limitations that you should put together.
Okay, and how much airports you should connect with subscription to become a profitable company in future? One airport? We talk about Rome or Milan or Paris?
Yeah, so basically in our plans this year, we want to acquire 5 customers, but even with 1 customers, we already could bootstrap and don't go further to Series A round, to seed round or something like that. Because our lifetime value for the customer started from $500,000. So basically $500,000 is the lifetime value. But if it's a bigger airport, or if they want to acquire more program models, because our customers can buy even only resource management, or they can buy resource management and data management.
It's like model system, okay.
Yeah.
Add-ons. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I see that Mr. Weissman also have a question, please.
Yes, that was a great presentation. But there was one thing that concerned me. At one point, you said your real-time engine is not ready yet. If you're not doing real-time now, then how are you actually doing enough work to support any kind of logistics or operational savings if it's not real time?
Yeah, so real-time model will be helping us to control the employees in real time and control the delays. But right now, we are connecting to the already existing airport operational databases. 100 of companies in civil aviation industry already have these databases because they should follow their flight schedule. And right now, without a real-time model by our development. We are using the data that our customers providing us through their databases. So we are connecting through API to their already existing databases, and we are receiving all this information about timing, about the type of the aircraft, because the bigger the aircraft, the more employees we need and other equipment to handle it. But we expecting our first alpha release of real-time solution already on 7 months in July this year. So it is in the developing. We will start testing it with our partners in Europe. Until the end of the year, it will be fully made and ready to use.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. If anyone have a question, please, that's the right time. Yes. Since everything is clear, thank you for your presentation.
Thanks, everyone.
And we welcome the next participant.
Do you hear me? Huh?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, okay. So let's start. Hi, my name is Artem Sinitsyn, and I'm presenting our project PCB Kitchen. What is this PCB? PCB is a printed circuit board, which are the backbone of every electronic device, from your smartphone to rocket control system and everything in between. PCBs are the thin boards made of insulating materials like a fiberglass, with thin layers of conductive material like a copper on the surface. In today's world, it's hard to find an electronic device that doesn't use PCBs. For example, your computer motherboard, your smartphone processor, or earbuds, microphones all relies on PCBs. And it's even musical instruments, drones, and missiles have PCB inside them. As a startup, we understand that prototyping and producing high-quality PCBs is a critical step in hardware development. In times of disruptions like a pandemic or war, it can be difficult to find reliable sources of high-quality PCBs, leading to delays and lost opportunities. That's why we have made our mission to provide a solution for these critical aspects of hardware development. So where are all these PCBs coming from? Usually they are built in large PCB factories far away from the end customers. Most of the factories are located in China, and this means huge time delays due to shipment. During the development of hardware, engineers make at least, I emphasize, at least 3 to 5 iterations of PCBs. Every trial costs a lot of time. So we want to speed up this process as we want. Our goal is to make PCB in 24 hours on 24 square meters. And so our solution is a decentralized approach of PCB production, which enables us to offer extremely fast prototyping and iteration of hardware projects, allowing our customers to save time and money. However, our main challenge is to develop and optimize low-scale PCB production process, as the current industry standards are optimized for large-scale production. We need to rework or create our own processes and equipment to optimize for low-scale processes. 3 of 4 or 5 technological processes are already developed and tested in lab. We are currently working on the remaining 2 processes. While our Chinese competitors offer high-quality PCBs at low cost, our fast shipment times and local production offer a unique value proposition. Ukrainian PCB factories are either crazy slow or poor quality, since they are based on Soviet-era production lines. PCB Kitchen is currently based on Kyiv hackerspace called Hack Lab, where all the development goes. Our project is on R&D stage. We have 2 members, both experienced in hardware design and mechanical engineering. Thank you for your attention, and I'm open for your questions.
Thank you so much for your presentation. And now, here to remember, please, the floor is yours. If anyone have question, yes, Mr. Andrew, please.
I always have a question. Artem, thank you for presentation. Could you explain, as I understand, production line should be located near a fabric or where final product is collected or finished. So who is your users? Because I don't know a lot of TV production in Ukraine or in our near locations.
Mm-hmm. So our work is concentrated near the prototyping of PCBs. Okay. It's a huge field where engineers need to develop their own projects. For example, any electronic device during the development stage need several steps of iterations to make a prototypes.
Okay, and you focus on companies which are prototyping at current moment and need up to 10 units, so they should order 5 times from China to find.
Yes. Compare it because when you order PCBs from China, it's about 3 weeks to get the first batch of PCBs. So 5 iterations, it's a half of a year.
And your market, main market is Europe?
Because we want to start on Ukraine market. So because hardware community is strong in Ukraine, hardware engineering. And after this, yes, we want to scale to the Europe.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you for your question. And dear jury member, if anyone have question, please. In this case, we thank to PCB Startup for the presentation. And now we are ready to invite the next participant. Startup Green Go, please, the floor is yours.
Hello.
Yes, we hear you.
My name is Maria, and I'm a head of production of Green Go team. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we see a screen. Everything is okay with your presentation. Please start.
I'm so sorry, but in the plan of this speech, after the PCB kitchen will be deboiled startup, or I have.
Sorry, yes, Mr. Jan, can you please give the floor to representative of? Yes.
Please, 1 second.
Yes, Mrs. Mary, we will give you the floor just in a couple of minutes. And now, please, 3D building, the floor is yours.
Do you see my presentation?
Yeah, we see your presentation. If you are ready, I will start the counting right now.
Yeah, please. Hello, everyone. My name is Jan, and today I'm going to present you a project called the Building for Construction. Right now, because of war, infrastructure destroyed by Russian bombs. So we need to rebuild the cities as soon as possible. So our team started to search for new construction technologies in the conditions of unstable work of a large construction business. So we have some pain in connection with harm of our lands, and there are some solutions for a construction. We will build new ones using 3D printing technology. Our goals is not only a construction, it is about to make new cities elegant and pleasure. Already we are working on the design in our lab. We build small architecture forms from printed elements, and you can see building time in our team. So our competitive advantage is large speed of order fulfillment. It's near 2 or 3 days. It depends of difficult of construction. Printed a unique building structure, minimal need for production personnel, simple logistic system, and average market value of the projects, and many other advantages at this moment. Our customer focus is people who are interested in creative solutions. This is studios, restaurants, schools, hospitals, private estates too, and of course local governments, utilities, landschaft designers. Our sales channels is supermarkets, local governments, recommendations, and of course internet. This is how we can earn money. We can say sale of the constructions. We can provision of related architectural services, the sale of additional modules if you want to make some another function for your projects. Outdoor advertising in the app and income from partnerships. So we can make web of this the printers on Ukraine. Our needs is 10,000 euros because our old printer in which we make our last projects have a lot of technical errors, and he have little accuracy and a lot of other problems with which it is impossible to implement a lot of projects. So we need for new printer 8,000 euros, and for construction mixtures 2,000 euros. So this is our team. We all is students of Kyiv National University of Construction and Architecture, and this is our contacts. Thanks for your attention. I'm ready for your questions.
Thank you for your presentation. And now, dear jury member, the time for your questions. Please just leave any reaction here in Zoom conference. Yes, Mr. Andrew, please.
Hello, Jan. Thank you for presentation. But if you focus in your presentation on unique shape and speed of production, you should focus on model and some design segment, not for rebuilding Ukraine, where we need millions of square meters. You should focus on some unique, high profitable, elegant design sphere.
But we have a lot of competitive advantages, and if we had a few printers, we can make a cottage or little houses in not in the city but in lands.
As I understood from presentation, you could print small design parts for house or some design elements, not components for buildings.
No, we can print houses too. Like you can see at the right photos at this slide.
And what amount of components could you print on your 3D printer from this model? Is it all from printer?
Yes,
or just like all components.
This is all for printers, but only these glasses and maybe wooden stairs are not printed.
Okay, if you could, it's interesting to know price comparison between, for example, the usual building materials from, I don't think it's 50 square meters building and your solution, to compare price for your solution and for usual flow of house building.
I have this documents with.
For next time, you could add it to some extra slides if you'll get some questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for your questions.
Thank you for your question. And if any of our jury member also have question, please. The floor is yours. Since everything is clear, let's tell thanks and thanks for Mr. Jan, the 3D build representative. And now we gladly invite Green Go. Please, the floor is yours.
Hello again. It is a good day to be familiar, and I'm glad to see you all. And can I say thanks to have a speech today. First, let me introduce myself and our company. My name is Maria. I am a head of production in the small but very proud startup. We are food technologies team who has dreamed to live in a world without cruelty and climate change. I'm sorry, can you see my presentation?
Yes, we see your presentation, but it's not in full screen mode. Yes, right now everything is okay.
But I have, thank you. I have a little trouble to change my slides. Top 3 facts about us. We are first who created in Ukraine whole-cut plant-based steak, the pioneer among third generation of plant-based alternatives. We are totally Ukrainian startup. All people of our team are highly qualified specialists. Our mission, to make innovative plant-based food products diverse, tasty, and accessible to everyone. Why? Because planet really need help. It's already known fact there are many troubles for our planet behind the meat production. Increasing of consumption of plant-based food products helping to slow down climate change. So if we want to change the world, we should change our diet. Plant-based future is already multi-billion dollar industry. According to prediction, total plant-based market will grow within next 8 years. In addition, the fastest growing category is fish and seafood alternatives. Plant-based industries have gaps, unrealistic look and texture, poor flavor, taste, smell, and not natural cooking behavior. Fear to believe in and scale up innovation. We have fixed two first points, and also we have no fear. The world is not longer divided into meat eaters and vegans. By creating plant-based products that look like meat, manufacturers support the culture of consumption, traditional familiar products, but with respect and consideration for the preference of everyone. Meat and plant-based products must be presented at the same menu, same supermarket, and eaten at the same table. We created innovative products by ourselves. Our range includes innovative products and classic products. At the moment, our products are presented in the several retail chains in the city of Kyiv and in a private stores throughout the country. People are our main power. We have great, brave professional team who can work with in any condition. And the last thing I want to point out, we already have a lot. We have recognizable brand and identity, workable range of products, including wow products and regular products, proven and established technologies process, selected suppliers of raw materials and special equipment, in-house services like R&D and flavorist team, and big love for our plant-based work. So, thank you, that is all.
Thank you so much for your presentation. And now, the time for questions. Dear to remember, please. The floor is yours. Just leave any reaction and we'll give you the word. Yes, Mr. Andrew, please.
Maria, can you turn on presentation?
Yes.
It's interesting to understand what for you need investment. Okay. Yeah, amount of investment I saw. Okay.
To scale our production, we already have production. It's a small production and capacity nearly 50 kilograms per day. So we have we need money to buy special equipment like coolers, freezers, for example, or maybe maybe fridge room to store our products in market package.
It's what some we talk about. It's $500,000 for equipment and another for operation as operation costs.
I guess we need €2 million to start build bigger production than we have now, because we need such capacity who can support, for example, 2 tons per day. But now we have such capacity like 50 kilograms per day.
And could you rent some equipment on factories in Europe or USA to not to spend investment for buying
money.
equipment?
We have some decision for divide this needed. For example, we can earn. We can. We can get on our work so many workers, and we can scale capacity of hands production, for example, to not buy, for example, packages machine or another things or forming machine and replace it hands work. And we not investigate ability to rent it because it is no such supplies in Ukraine, I guess.
Yes, but as I understand, you focus on Europe and USA market, not only for Ukraine. And if you just rent, you could achieve your goals quicker.
We investigate collaboration with already running production in Europe and use this facility to do our product. Like collaboration with production in Europe, or we think ability to build something, for example, with near the border with European Union, for example, the Karpatska Oblast.
I understand. Okay, good luck. Thank you for presentation, and you have good visuals for your products.
Thank you.
Dear Andrew, thank you for being such an active jury member and for your questions. If anyone want to ask a question, please. Since everything is clear, let's invite, thanks to Mary for your presentation, and let's invite the next participant, Lego Eco Bricks, please. The stage is yours.
Good afternoon, Maria. Good afternoon to our investor, and good afternoon to all the participants of this event. Nice to meet you. My name is Inna Hrytsenko. I'm a member of a team from Nemeryv College of Building and Architecture, Vinnytsia National Agrarian University. Today, we want to present to you a new building material. Its name is Lego Eco Brick. So what is the main idea? As it is not a secret that in our country, as the most demanding industry is building industry. Because of the situation that we have nowadays, and because of the war, which is in our country, on the territory of our Ukraine, many houses and many buildings have been destroyed. And we have to build them again, rebuild, repair, and even from the first brick, we have to construct them again. And here is the question: how to do it fast, how to do it effectively, and not to spend too much money, as our economy suffers a lot. And the idea is Lego brick. One of the ways how to make construction cost minimal is the production of bricks. Lego brick is 1.5 built-in brick, similar to idea of the children's constructor. The benefits is visible. Every brick has 4 grooves. They can be laid faster and easier. Existing holes can be used for wiring. The weight of Lego brick is less than other types of brick. What is innovation? This is ideal option for building. A beautiful external view while you construct the walls. You can build the houses of different construction. Next advantage is speed. It means that the building process is fast and accurate. Also, there is an opportunity of laying the virus inside each brick. It is very important as today our houses have lots of virus. One must think that we will economy the using of masonry, using special glue. And now I want to speak about the advantages. The laying goes 3 times faster than usual brick laying, thanks to the unique combination of spikes and grooves. 25 kilograms of glue is enough for 500 pieces of brick. It is more economical compared to ordinary brick. We can also produce recycled plastic bricks, which are made from shredded and recycled plastic. Lego bricks are becoming very popular and brick sale is growing very quickly because of the value of the product. Minimal financial investment for starting Lego brick producing. During the process of producing of these bricks, it is possible to add a pigment and to receive the different color of bricks. Also, it is possible to create different shapes. Another advantage is strength, as Lego bricks can be used in construction load-bearing walls. So, what is the technology of production? The main components are crushed limestone, water, cement, and some colorful pigment. About 1,600 kilograms of crushed limestone and 220 kilograms of cement will be needed for 1 cubic meter of finished stone. Everything that we need to produce this brick, you can see in the presentation. As for the competitors, our competitors is a brickland company located in Ukraine, in Ivano-Frankivsk region. So you see that really such idea was used by Ukrainians. So as a conclusion, Lego bricks are a simple and modern solution for creating incredible homes. The participants of our team are on the screen. As you can see, our participants. Thank you for your attention. And I want to add that as we work in building and architecture college, our college is full of professionals, which are very qualified masters. But at the same time, we have the innovation. And if we have such chance to put our idea into reality, it means that we will have well-qualified specialists which we are trained, I mean, about our students. And with the help of such materials, our students, our future professionals will create very nice and very effective houses in our Ukraine. And I suppose that in some days, in some months, our country will be beautiful, will be renewed with beautiful houses, and we will have peace and happy life here in our land. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation and for your social impactful work. Dear jury members, please, that's the time for question and answers. Just leave the reaction and we will give you the floor. Dear jury members, if anyone want to start the conversation, you know, if there is no question after the pitch, that means that your pitch was really great.
Say in our professional, in our teachers field, if we ask students about the questions and they do not have any questions, it means that the topic was really very informative and without questions, or it was ununderstandable at all. The first variant is better.
I'm more than sure that that's the first variant. Thank you so much for the presentation. And now we welcome the next startup to present the innovation idea. It's recycling of the natural stone sludge waste. Please, the floor is yours. We see your presentation, but we don't hear you yet.
Okay, hello to everyone.
Yes.
Yes, my name is Arthur Magno, and I'm happy to present our industrial project, which named Restone, which means recycling of stone natural sludge waste. And I would like to start with some short theoretical background of this problem. And so far, Ukraine, as far as you know, accounts more than 17% of the granite deposit in the world. And stone dust or stone sludge is a granite manufacturing waste product resulting due to the cutting and polishing processes. And large quantities of rock dust are produced annually. And disposal of this rock dust has become a major problem. And the actors are trying to find out the sustainability of stone sludge waste to its use as a filler for production of cement mortars, bricks, and agricultural sector, like a new approach. So I'd like shortly to present our team. The key persons are both of us are co-founders of Ukrstone company. It's Volodymyr Levitsky and myself, Arthur Magno. Also, some people are behind the scene, and both of us are with theoretical, scientific background, and also with quite experience in industrial design and international scientific projects. And a significant amount of waste are generating during the production of natural stones products, such kind of granite, labradorite, gabbro, and other decorative stones. And these are liquid waste. It could be like two possible ways, of this waste. Liquid waste, we call it sludge. It's a mixture of with stone dust, and a solid waste, which is stone chips. And we are like estimating, like previously our research, and we just count that within our region, we are representing Zhytomyr region. It's quite rich for mineral deposits, are operating right now around 350 companies. And in total amount, they are producing more than 10,000 cubic meters stone sludge waste. It's a terrible amount. And as you can see on this slide, it's caused great environmental problems by just throwing out on the landscapes this amount of stone sludge waste. So we are going to solve this problem, and we started previously to do some research. That possibility ways of using this natural stone slurry waste for drying building mixes, like a filler for building mixes. And also we are trying to adopt this waste, stone sludge waste, for like a filler for ceramics. And previously our research about chemical and granulometric composition of granite slurry states just helped us to discover and to develop this technology. And also we were designed like a special recycling system and dewatering slurry waste, which we can, this semi-product we can use for further steps within our technology. We can see this waste after dewatering, like dry pieces. Also, we designed industrial within our process, like this site for processing of solid and liquid stone waste, 15 hectares close to the Korostyshev city. And as you can see, this possible waste which we we can add for stone sludge waste for cement mortars. It shows really nice results. We did this in cooperation with cement mortars factory in Zhytomyr. It just increased for 20% comprehensive strength. And also when we're using this waste for producing bricks, it also increases the properties, mechanical and physical properties. We also did this research with cooperation with company Cerzanit. And the next step, which we're going to ask for some additional cost, it's possibility to use stone sludge waste in agricultural sector, like fertilizer and water absorber. We need this money just for providing additional tests in the agricultural model laboratories, tests for in the agricultural fields, and also to get this certification according to European standards. This is our next steps we're going to do. That's why we're asking this additional like startup money for it. So I was trying to be precise. 5 minutes gone. Thank you very much for your attention. I'm ready to answer your possible questions.
Thank you so much for your presentation. And now, jury members, please, that's the time for question and answers. We work in the same way. Yes, Mr. Andrew, please, the floor is yours.
Thank you for presentation. And as I understand that you made this research only to understand the physical or some mechanical benefits from using this slope in building, in construction. Do you have any economical calculation that?
Yeah, we did it also. We did this calculation. For instance, we just calculated that prime cost for receiving this to provide the watering of this stone sludge waste costs circa $30-$35 per ton, and also we can just sold it for this company for industry like for $50 per ton. So probably it's like $15-$20 per ton like revenue would be like this. Our calculation. Okay. And also we just were providing this research, and we saw a huge demand for this product from agricultural companies. Everybody is surprised, like okay, it's very interesting. We're going to try this technology. Why not? So it's to be honest, it's a great interest for now. But now we just provide some small short tests in the as a laboratory, and we're going just to provide this test in the agricultural fields and to see how it's the minerals increasing the components of fossil components. Also, it's how it works like water absorber, because also it's a very useful characteristic for agricultural companies.
Okay, is it okay for agriculture machinery production to work with fields full of stones?
Yeah, it sounds strange from the one side, but I guess it's a future, because we can just reuse these minerals, components of minerals, which solid also needs minerals. But how to provide this technology, I think it's very important to finish our research within this idea.
Does it cheaper to use your solution even
yes,
vermiculite or perlite? I think it's used the same idea to balance water inside
you know, like we have this huge environmental problem within our region, because a lot of companies just throwing out this sludge waste, stone sludge waste, and after we just can offer them for small price to buy it, to reuse, and to provide it for technology for agricultural sector, because for bricks, for cement mortars, it works very good. It just increasing the revenue for companies, but we just started this our way to implementing this technology, and we're going just to make it wider within different sectors of economics.
Okay, thank you. Wish you the best.
Thank you very much for your question.
Thank you for your question. Dear jury members, if you have question, please feel free. If everything is clear, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you very much for this possibility.
Yes, you're welcome. And now we are welcome Startup Corner. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm sharing my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, everything is okay. Please start.
So, hello everyone. We are Corner, and we are solving the world's biggest problem. Guess what it is? Right, it's home renovation. Corner creates ready-to-install designer kitchens that you can order in 2 clicks. The world changed, and a lot of people started working remotely. According to Statista, 74% currently working fully remote or hybrid. At the same time, the 43 million of US homeowners don't have access to quality, at the same time, affordable kitchens and bathrooms for their home renovation. The businesses in the US offer quite outdated materials and solutions, since they have more traditional and cheaper quality to offer to the audience. That's why we decided to build Corner. And Corner makes high quality and eco-friendly kitchens accessible and affordable for US homeowners. Our mission is that we believe that everyone deserves the joy of beautiful and personalized home interiors, at the same time at an affordable price. Our kitchens are manufactured in Ukraine using robotics equipment and high precision technology. We do like fully custom materials and products, since the average age of the home in the US is around 60 years, and there are a lot of spaces that are very different, and we have to fit in terms of space and sizes all the materials and make it beautiful and relevant to the design that the homeowner is looking for. At the same time, we use sustainable materials to manufacture our kitchens, either using recycled cabinets or materials from responsible forestry, and trying to minimize the carbon impact on the environment. And at the same time, we have a platform where our users can order their kitchen renovation. They can select designs, see different categories of materials, see the prices, calculate their estimates, and track the progress with our online tool. This helps to automate the process and make the experience very easy for the end user. Besides that, there is a huge and untapped market, which is $130 billion in home renovations and kitchen renovations itself. And this is, by the way, the second largest expense for US homeowners. Our main competitors are IKEA and Home Depot. Nevertheless, we are offering another type of the product, since these players, they have limited selection, lower quality, and very often most of the products are just out of stock, and you need to wait like for 3, 5, 6 months to be able to order all the elements for your kitchen renovation that you need. We already have our first customers in the US that validates that our product is relevant for the target audience. We also presented our solution at CES this year and had a lot of attention from potential customers. as well as builders, developers who thinks that this solution can help them to increase their margins. We are Ukraine-founded PropTech startup with a strong team that have experience in construction, and we have experience in technology that helps us to build up the online platform and software. We also have experience in developing and making successful direct-to-consumer brands in the massive markets.
Recording in progress.
This is our roadmap. On the next step, we plan to add artificial intelligence to automate the design so user can see instantly the potential design of their kitchen. At the same time, we see that if we add installation services, we can increase value for our customers. In 1 year, we plan to build the manufacturing facility in the US to be able to pre-assemble all the kitchens closer to the customer's home and launch new verticals. At the recap, we're working in the huge and untapped $130 billion market and create a new category of affordable premium kitchens in the US with a completely online experience when it comes to buying and managing the home renovation. And we already have validation with our first customers in the US. And our next steps is to implement artificial intelligence and add installation services. We match Ukrainian quality with American values. My name is Kostya Miska. Thank you. We'll be happy to answer your questions.
Thank you for your presentation, dear jury members. Please, that's time for Q&A session. Since everyone... Yes, please, dear jury members, just leave any reaction and we will give you the floor. Mr. Andrew, please.
Kostya, thank you for presentation. Could you compare as part of logistic in the client circle of from paying to, or I don't know, from choosing design to receiving his order? Is it okay to deliver and produce furniture in Ukraine and then send you to USA?
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll try to give more information in the process. So in the first step, there is a design, like you mentioned. So we work with the user to complete the design. We already have design templates on our website, and then we connect the customer with a professional designer to create renderings and architectural plans to be able to create material specifications so we can launch the project into production. This takes 2 weeks on average. Then after we have all these architectural plans, we can send these details to the production, and the production time is 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, we get fully custom cabinets and other materials be ready to be shipped to the US. We work with a logistics company which ships this product through Europe, like Romania or Poland. It takes another 1 week, and then we do overseas shipping. It takes like around 6 weeks to the fulfillment center in the US. And in the US, we do the last mile delivery to the customer space. But at the same time, the entire process is managed by the logistics company. They have the framework processes to do this. This is pretty common too. There are a lot of European furniture which is sold in the US market, but has quite high price. In our case, it's more affordable, higher quality, so it stands out in front of the competition here. And in terms of logistics, it just takes another 6 weeks to deliver it to the US. But it's pretty common use case.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Dear jury members, that's the last call for the questions. Okay. Well, thanks to the startup corner for their presentation. Yes, and we gladly welcome startup Zelly for making their pitch.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, my name is Alina, and I'm the co-founder and the CCO at Zili. Zili is a Ukrainian startup, and it is a mobile-first web store net builder that helps small and micro business owners start selling online instantly from their phones. So we have increased our numbers by 4 times in just 5 months and got more than $45,000 in MRR. Did you know that 80% of micro and small business owners use a phone as their only device? So these business owners currently don't have the tools to start their online sales from a phone, and nor the money, staff, and experience to sell online effectively. More than 40 million micro entrepreneurs in the United States, in the United Kingdom, and also in Australia face this problem. Existing solutions do not solve it. They are not mobile-first products. They lack promotion tools and AI features, which limit their users' number of customers. We decided that it's time to change the game. That is why we created Zili, a state-of-the-art solution for selling online. And now, when entrepreneurs need to get an online presence, they download the Zili app, and with our AI, they generate a sales-oriented web store in seconds. When they want to cover more target audience to attract more customers, they launch AI-powered promotion on Facebook, Google, and TikTok with our mobile app. When they want to start receiving some online payments from their clients, they can easily add Apple Pay and GPay buttons to their online stores thanks to our integration with Stripe. For now, we have more than 7,000 users from the United States, United Kingdom, Brazil, Mexico, and Chile. These people are lawyers, retailers, coaches, and even NFT creators. We see that users love that we are able to combine all the features that they need to run an online business in one place. And we know this because our retention rate after 4 months of using the product is more than 80%. We are building this product with a super Ukrainian team, and now I will tell you more about the founding team of Zili. Our co-founder Dima has more than 11 years of experience in technical leadership. For 3 years, he worked with Google AdSense. Our co-founder Yaroslav has more than 5 years of experience in managing big sales departments for outsourcing agencies and bringing in revenue of more than $1 million per year. And I have more than 4 years of experience in communications. I previously worked with Vogue, Elle, and Slamel. The business model of Zili is SaaS. We have also a 7-day trial period, and our monthly subscription starts from $38. We have found our product market fit in our blue oceans by working with influencers, referral programs, and also paid advertising on different paid channels such as Facebook, Instagram, Google, and TikTok. And thanks to this, we are now currently attracting more than 400 entrepreneurs to join our product every month without any sales guys on the team and just one support manager. So we also have great numbers in our customer acquisition cost and our lifetime value. So customer acquisition cost is $70, lifetime value is $600, and our gross margin is 90%. We also this year placed top 3 at Slush. Thanks to this, we are in touch with great venture capital funds in the United States, such as General Catalyst, Lightspeed, and NIA. And I will be very happy to answer any questions. And thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you so much for your presentation. And now the Q&A session starts. Dear jury members, please leave any reaction and we will give you the floor. Mr. Andrew, please.
Any slide for investor?
I can send you more information.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Wonderful. And yes, Mr. Weissman, please.
That was a terrific presentation. What's been your most successful means of acquiring customers? How are you doing that?
So, you mean how do we acquire our users, or how do our
Yes,
clients?
yes.
Yeah. So first of all, we work a lot with influencers. We have more than 70 influencers in the United States, in the United Kingdom. So they provide us with some videos about like where they talk about their experience of using Zili, about their results and so on. Then we take this video and we start paid advertising on different channels. And we are building some kind of viral effects in different channels such as like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. We have a great community of more than 10,000 entrepreneurs in social media. So, and when they see our advertising in social media and they're interested, they click on the button below and they go to our super automated onboarding, where we ask them a few questions. And in the end of this onboarding, they add their card details to start the trial period. And also we provide them with totally ready-made web store created with our artificial intelligence. So it's kind of a hey moment when they start, thanks to this, their trial period.
Thank you very much. Again, it was a great job. And I love the fact that you were so metrics driven.
Thank you so much.
May I ask a question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have a couple of minutes, so.
Right. Actually, I've been developing one of those marketplaces. I just a question. Did you ever thought of making in-app search, or do you have one?
No, we do not have any now. But we're thinking about connecting some things like this, some tools like this, because we are acquiring more and more customers from different industries. So I guess that this thing can be necessary for us in, I guess, 1 year.
Yeah, it's like a marketplace. So you can create some app that connects all of your clients in one. And if any of your clients just need to make a search for anything, just make a filter.
Thanks so much for the question.
Thanks everyone for active participation in Q&A session. And now we gladly invite the last but definitely not least startup to the pitch, and that will be the startup Scanware. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Okay, share screen and okay, hello, my name is Kate. I'm a co-founder of Ukrainian startup Scanware, and logistics industry now develops really fast, and a lot of fascinating startups appears. But there is still a gap in manual inventory. That businesses have to provide every half a year or year. And this is some highlights about the problem and how we see the solution. Everything automates now. And our solution is drone-based service to automate data collection. So how it happens now is just humans with the scanners that collect information. We propose the next. Drone flies over the shelves, collect visual information. After that, we proceed the gathered information and forms really simple report for our clients that I will demonstrate a little later. This is a little visualization about that and our advantages. We are business oriented. That's why we are created the process that do not require any costs from the businesses or any troubles to integrate with us. So everything is business oriented. We use technology to provide such a great service for the clients, and it involves machine learning, computer vision, and neural networks to provide such a solution for our customers. So we are developing software that runs on the hardware that already on the market. We are work with the retailers, FMCG companies, and e-commerce companies to provide such kind of services, and also 3PL operators as well. We have projected the market volume based on the what we able to obtain in 3 years perspective. And also we identify our geography markets that we're targeting on. We already made 2 pilot projects with the Ukrainian companies in 2022 and looking to prolong it in 2023 after significant recovery of the market of retailers in Ukraine. We are scanning the shelves and charging per every meter of the processed. We have competitors, but this is a really early market, and now everyone try to deliver the best. And we are using our own technology, not reusing somebody else, so no vendor log or something, and oriented on providing service, not just providing some hardware, etc. I mentioned about the progress. Before starting, we communicated with the 25 companies in Ukraine to confirm that this is a real problem and got positive feedback that yes, they want to solve it. We have a roadmap to achieve our goals and plan to move forward with that. We are a team of people who already 7 years in drone-based services, and that's why we were able to discover such a use case and understand how to fit the current stage of the technologies in drones to the needs of the clients. This is some highlights how we plan to use the grant, because everyone needs equipment who works with the drone-based solution, etc., and also creating visuals for website to explain how our technology is working and that this is safe for the business and for the workers. And I will stop on that. Thank you so much for your attention and ready for any questions.
Thank you for your presentation, and we already have one reaction. Mr. Weissman, please.
It was a very nice presentation, very evocative, very forward-looking. You have to prove 2 things, at least. One is that your accuracy is better than human accuracy in managing warehouses, and second, that there's a strong ROI. And with the 2 customers you've got so far, what have you done in terms of learning about ROI or about the accuracy of your warehouse operations?
Thank you for the question. I will turn back to one of the first slides to explain the accuracy. It surprised me because I thought that it really higher. But according to statistics, because of, due to the human factor errors, it's about accurate only in 63% of the time. So it's not so high. And we have 2 sources of the problem. The one problem appears while manual scanning, and it's a human factor error. And the second one is the same, but it appears when the warehouse worker on a truck delivers a box not to the correct location. And after that, they don't have an option to understand quickly where exactly the box with the goods is. So I hope I answer the first question. And the second question.
I was concerned about your accuracy compared to normal warehouse operations.
Yeah. According to our projects that we already have with the clients, our accuracy is about 96%.
Great, thank you. And then about ROI?
Return of investments. they don't have to actually to pay for any integration, just to pay for services. As for ROI connected with the payments that they have to do for us, now we are researching it because we have 2 projects and want to work more to understand more, more objectives about that.
Thank you.
Thank you for the question.
We have one more question. Mr. Andrew, please, the floor is yours.
Great, thank you for presentation.
Thank you.
As some of your competitors use some DJI Mavic, etc., some standard drones. Are you going to be a hardware producer, or you just focus on data management, etc.?
Thank you for this question. I'm coming back to the slide. Now we are focusing on to be a software company that works on someone else's hardware. But we also see the big risk that most of the producers, DJI, Autel, and so, this is China producers and China companies. And we see the tendency that it can be some troubles connected with the sanctions due to Chinese companies. That's why we understand how we will deal in case of this situation. That's why we are not, we are concentrated on providing services, not just selling hardware or something. But we have a clear vision how we will, deal with such, urgency situations or something.
Do you have some roadmap to build hardware solution, or is this some DJI is enough for this type of tasks?
At the moment, DJI is enough. So
Okay, and if you mentioned some situation when operators on warehouse set box with some products not in correct form or type, does drone solve this problem? It could move around box and find this ticket, or is not solvable for current moment? Do drone have extra features than a usual person have?
I see. So the first extra feature that they do not require any equipment to work on the, for example, on the height of the 5th floor or something like that. So this is some security also reasons, or just this is the first one. And the second one, our first business model is to provide services, and the second one, after a certain stage of development, to leave the drone for the at the specific warehouse, and they can fly with it whenever they have to or have such emergency situation, for example. So yes, and they're able to search it much more, faster than any people do. So yeah.
Okay, so I just could fast find box I need to, if it even not settled where I want to. Okay, thank you for presentation.
Yeah, thank you for the great questions. It was a great experience to understand what questions can appear, and
that was the last startup. We thank all the teams and judges for their hard work. We are all doing a great job and deserve a coffee break. So we will meet in 15 minutes. And we ask you to stay in Zoom and just turn off your cameras and microphones. After a short break, we will come back with the results of our today's speech days. So please, everyone, just turn the microphones and video cameras and have a good coffee. Dear participants, dear judges, dear all of attendees who join us online on our YouTube broadcasting, we give the floor to our judges just to give the feedback about the startups or to give the inspiration for their future pitches. So please, dear judges, the floor is yours.
I thought all the presentations offered real value. And where I would distinguish is the folks who had really thought through the business side, not just the technology side, got higher marks from me. But there wasn't a project I heard that was not worth pursuing. And this is particularly incredible given the horrible situation that you are facing in Ukraine right now, that such creativity, innovation, it feels like the life is still going on normally. If I saw these presentations, I would have no idea about the horrible situation that you're facing. So, my hat's off to you. I think this is a great morning. I learned a lot. And some of the presentations I would put up against the best in the world, but just as good as any presentation in California or New York or Munich or London. So for those who were in the top rank, congratulations, but everyone keep at it, because these are all ideas worth pursuing. Thank you for inviting us to join.
Mr. Weissman, thank you so much for joining us today and for being a friend of Ukraine. We appreciate your income today.
Ukraine was the last place I visited before COVID hit. So would love to come back.
Yes, we hope to see you again soon.
Most importantly, stay safe.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. And now we invite Oksana Krukevich to the floor with the feedback for our startups.
Thank you, Maria. I want to say thank you all startups. Remember that you are all winners. You are great people which are producing innovative solutions in such challenging time for us. So you are great all. Thank you for your presentation and pitching today. And I wish you all good luck, success, to find your investors, to win in this pitch day and have some financial support from our partners, and also to have opportunities in the future to develop your business idea. Thank you all.
Thank you for being with us and for your feedback. And now we invite Andrei Uli on the floor with the feedback for our startups. Yes, please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you for presentations. And there were a few quite interesting presentations with cool numbers, and I wish for another project to not forget about investors, to make some slides and that indicates that you are not raising and for current moment some sum of money. You should understand the future roadmap for your project. And of course, we shouldn't forget that a main reason clients choose you is save of time and money, or earning more money. So at least you should show a general comparison with your competitors to understand what is your solution for and how it make this world better. At least in time saving. But to be a good business in future, you should to talk about money, or about validation, marketing budgets, etc., etc. So I wish you to be a more number-oriented, at least few slides with numbers to understand that you are have a good understanding in business main concepts. Okay, thank you for all. It was very interesting.
Thank you so much for joining us and being such an active member. If any of distinguished judges want to share their thoughts, please, the floor is open. And if not, without any waiting, we glad to share the results of our today's speech. And we will start with the energy and environmental sphere. The first startups who receive financial support, it's Maxach LLC, Optisun, e-waste recycling, Solarplex, Meltwater Club, Waste to Green Hydrogen Energy, Recover, and Vitrok. Please, your applause, and we are more than sure that this support will give you the right basis to grow and to build really unicorns. And to follow on with infrastructure and industry results. Zelly, Inputsoft, Corner, Scanware, Lego EcoBrick, recycling of the natural stone sludge waste, and startup GreenGo will receive the support. So, dear participants, dear judges, all who attend us today, we invite you to follow our official resources, Telegram channel, our YouTube channel, our Facebook, and all the social networks. We will share more and more information about the opportunities for Ukrainian startup ecosystem and the results of the development and success of our startups. So thank you for being with us and waiting for you at our further activities. Thanks, everyone. Have a nice evening.
Much. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone, guys.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye-bye.
That was great.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.